What's going on, everybody? It's early morning out here in Hong Kong. It's the next day since I arrived over here. And today I'm gonna be heading towards the Hong Kong Island. I'm in the mainland area of Hong Kong, but this time I'm gonna take the MRT, which I took it last night, but this time I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna transfer to the Blue Line and head towards Quarry Bay, because that's where they got the monster building, where they filmed the movie Transformers. It's residential, but I'm probably gonna go quiet and respectfully and try to get some shots. And then probably gonna head towards the central area district. I think it's mainly known for the shopping centers. That's where they got the financial area and a lot of high-rise skyscrapers. But luckily today it's not raining, but I got the umbrella just in case, because you know, weather's unpredictable. But so far the weather's looking lovely out here. Not brutally hot, not too humid, but we'll see in a bit. But I'm ready to sport today, so without further ado, join me. So this is early, it's not too busy, but I'm gonna walk towards Nathan's and make a right, and then we'll take the MRT line. Pretty efficient and pretty convenient. I showed you this last night, but look at the scaffolding. It's like bamboos and wow. Construction all over. Pretty busy over here, you know. There's another building over there that's being renovated and they cover it up like with bamboos. So here I am back in the train. Yesterday was busy, but let's see today. And here, luckily it's not too deep underground, so. But let's make it. This is the best way to get around in Hong Kong. I guess this is still part of rush hour, but it's not really too busy. Last night it was actually crowded when I took the MRT. I took the train and now I'm gonna transfer to the Blue Line. Didn't catch her because it happens pretty fast, but this is a transferring station over here. See, follow the green or the blue line, so this is the one we're gonna take right here. Then over here we go. Yo, these escalators, they go pretty fast, man. But the fastest escalator that I saw was in Georgia, in Tbilisi. Wow, a lot of people here, rush hour, see it. Nice station though. Pretty nice and organized. It's kind of giving me the same vibes as the Hudson Yards in New York. The only thing, at least people have colors here in New York. You'll see everybody dressed in black wearing suits. Like the rat race at rush hour. But yeah, this is cool, man. Loving Hong Kong so far. Let's see, here's one. I just gotta read which stops does it go so I know where I'm going. I got a little bit lost, confused with the light blue line, but I gotta take the navy blue line, try one, and then we get off at Quarry Bay. Here it is. Once again, this is another line. So we got multiple lines in Hong Kong. So I got 6 more stops to go out here. So, and I'm trying to figure the exit. I think I got to exit A. I was watching some videos how to get to that location, sorry. But let's go down the other way. I think you got to get off in a specific stop and make it towards where the building is. This is cool. I like this station. Blue, everything, the lights. Yeah, that's like a very urban characteristic design. And you guys know that blue, well, this is kind of like a different type of blue, aqua blue or something like that. It's one of my favorite colors, so pretty nice. And then they saw some of the stations. They got a bakery here. They got a restroom and a bathroom, and then you got to tap yourself out of the station. Nice, organized, and modern. It's a Circle K, which is kind of like a 7-Eleven. And then here we enter another neighborhood in Hong Kong. Quarry Bay Promenade, yeah. Oh wow, look at this. Yo, check this out. This is cool. Oh wow, this is cute, man. Nice. 360 view. It's like a different neighborhood from where I'm staying. Wow, look at those cars. Yeah, look at the taxis. I love these taxis. That one over there was an old classic. I remember seeing it in movies, and now I see it here in person. Wow. Yo, Hong Kong, really, really impressive. And then everywhere here, you know, pretty impeccable and clean, but now we're gonna walk towards the curve, towards the building where they film Transformers, and see if we can get some shots. One thing I like about Hong Kong is how they have the mixture of old buildings combined with new super tall skyscrapers. I think most of Hong Kong is like that, you know, but like everywhere is walkable, and then of course a lot of nature. So city literally has it all for everybody, and I think it's a place that I highly recommend that you guys come at least once in a lifetime. Here you see they got these modern double-decker buses combined with the older one here that runs on electric. That's nice. So I think the Transformer buildings might be that one. But look at this, cool. It's all like older buildings, but just something about the architecture that looks pretty nice. and then they got business in the first level. Looking at this, it kind of reminds me of some parts of upper Manhattan in New York, or even some parts of the Bronx where they got business in first level. But here's much more like organized and cleaner. I like these signs over here, look at it. Mount Parker Road and the birds on top. A lot of business over here. Now I gotta pay attention to the entrance of the building. And you see this is a modern skyscraper combined with the older buildings and people lining up to take the bus. This is the building. I'm gonna be quiet because this is, residents live here, but I wanna go to the end so you can see what I'm talking about. Gotta go in the end and you're gonna see the buildings. They're even renovating here with a scaffolding, so I ain't gonna lie, this building reminds me of Taino Towers, like in New York, where they got business in the first level and a lot of high-rise buildings on top. So this is it right here, and they're renovating it, but this is, many times when you Google Hong Kong, this literally pops up when you look up like this. See? Wow. Yeah, man, cool. Yeah, pretty cool, cute, cool community, and very convenient to the train. A couple of people were taking their pictures too, but yeah. This is a pretty famous building in Hong Kong, so an honor for me to come here and check it out. Yeah, I'm just obsessed with all these details, like the squares and everything. Wow. It's pretty nice, man. Yeah, but let's keep on exploring more of Hong Kong. This is the second building right next to it. See? Same thing they're renovating, but look how cool it is, see? Wow. Like, and it's nice, and most of the people who live here are elders. I'm gonna respect them over here. And then it seems like they're trying to renovate because they know a lot of people and tourists are coming out here. So they have coffee shops over here. Let me show you. They have this one. This is like a chain coffee shop. They got hair salons, good one. Then they have this, a laundromat, and another coffee shop here where they sell ice cream. And then, so I guess they're trying to make it, not only for foreigners to come and check it out, but to hang out and have drinks and coffee. So yeah, a couple of restaurants out here. But yeah, in the community, they live in these buildings. I think most of the apartments, it might be tiny in the inside, but this is how the localized be living, so it's pretty cool. And I love how they just give you the freedom, as long as you respect to come out here and film and record. And other places, they just be strict for no reason, as long, I forgot, as long as you're not disrespecting anybody, just allow for us, to explore and take pictures of things. But yeah, this is cool. But yeah, that was a little short, cool experience. Now I'm just gonna head back in the train and head towards Central side. Oh, the spot here, they got Luckin Coffee, which is a Chinese brand coffee. They literally opened in New York and they're expanding in the US, and they're pretty good. If you download the app, I don't know if it's still going on in the States, if you get a coffee for cheap. Here, see, they got Luckin Coffee. And it's pretty famous out here. Let's head to the Central District. I think it's gonna be interesting over there and walk around and see what can we find. It's still pretty early. Now I made it to the modern side and it's raining a little bit in Hong Kong, but this is mostly, I guess, like the financial district. You can see all the buildings. Kind of giving me a vibe like of the lower part of Manhattan in New York, but right here. I just want to walk around and explore to see what's out here. I'm probably gonna make it towards the mall, shelter, probably get a coffee or something like that and a snack, but pretty nice out here. Let me just show you some of the buildings. You see, you got all of this modern. This is, I feel, where everybody comes and work. But pretty quiet, not too busy right now. So here the buildings are more modern in the area that I'm staying. So like I said, I forget this is like the working area, but they got some pretty high-end stores here, like Louis Vuitton, all combined together, so I just gotta walk straight. A little confused with the grid of the road. I think we gotta cross over that way. You can see the building is different than where I was filming yesterday when I arrived. But pretty organized, the streets over here, so. Just gotta cross. Look at this over here. Nice and neat. And I'm surrounded by a sea of modern skyscrapers. Like I say, Hong Kong is the city with the most skyscrapers in the whole world. Yo, GPS is confusing me with the grid over here. I gotta watch the step, because one thing I noticed about Hong Kong and rains, but you do get a lot of little puddles out here. But look at this, it feels like I'm back in the States, in Manhattan. This is actually a little bit more organized over here, but we're gonna make it towards a little more unsettled, and then hopefully the rain stops and I could go out and walk and explore a little bit more here. See, keeps going. It's much more chill on this side. And people just working, going on about their life, their daily life. So, here it seems like I gotta go up of the escalator and cross the street in the overpasses. So let me figure that out. It's actually a cool concept. You cross here and it protects you from the rain or bad weather. But look how nice this is over here. It's nice, right? Dope, cool. And over here we are passing the overpass, as you can see. It's a pretty cool concept, a shortcut, and protect yourself from the rain. I like how they beautify this little inlet over here. The plants and everything looking pretty nice, and a lot of people that use this concept to make it towards the other side, but I think this is mainly like the financial district of Hong Kong. The other side is nice, super modern buildings. And this is the other side, but this overpass is kind of blocking it. I'll try to make it, I think, one more block and there should be like another mall. I think I can walk over this side, try that out. I'll tell you, this over here kind of reminds me a bit of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, when you try to connect Bukit Bintang with the Petronas Towers, like they have a overpass like this, so you can literally just shortcut and cross. And with the weather like this, everybody's taking advantage of it, the rain and everything. So a pretty cool concept and a pretty well-planned city that thinks for everybody. It's like a plaza over here, but why did it have to rain when I come? It's all good. You can't really control much of Mother Nature. Just like that, I connect to this mall over here. And then the waterfront is over that way. They're doing some construction on the other side. And here we are, IFC Mall. I don't know much about it. I just randomly saw it in Google and thought, why not shelter inside the mall? See if we can find like a coffee shop or something. So this is one of the malls. Nothing crazy, it's simple. It seems like it's mostly like high-end, like the stores and everything. Oh, they got an Apple store right here. Lululemon, so it's kind of like the Hudson Yards version. But at least I'm getting protected from the rain. I guess that's what matters. So cool, here's like a main office building. So I've seen, not only it's like a mall, it's like a connection for train stations and office buildings where people come and work and everything. So yeah, pretty smart idea what they do, that way you don't have to hit the ground level and you just connect through a sky bridge or something. So yeah, look at the mall. Multi-level floors, but pretty simple and a good way for you to connect from one side of the district to another one. And over here I'm in another overpassage and you see views of the other side of Hong Kong. This building next to me is very tall. The waterfront right here and then the buildings all the way. And this is one of the super tall buildings that most of the times it shapes the Hong Kong skyline. It goes all around. So pretty cool. So I'm just gonna walk ahead and see where this takes me to. I know they have a Ferris wheel here in Hong Kong. It seems like they got a park or something, or maybe like a waterfront. I see the Hong Kong Convention Center on the other side. And the design of the building is actually pretty futuristic. I'm outside. I'm gonna make it towards Queen Street because I know that area has probably a couple of restaurants around, so probably find something and stroll around even though it's raining a little bit. But here, it's a good thing, like I say, you connect all over. And then literally skyscrapers all over the city. So would it be much nicer if it wasn't raining, the vibe would be better, but hey, it is what it is. So, and look at the fountain here, how nice it is. One thing for sure, Hong Kong is not a boring city. It's a place that you'll be killing it with making so much content. Good thing here, they got this overpass so I can just cross over here. And then here, this is the city. There's a couple of restaurants over here. Cakes, even a fast food joint over that side. And then you can cross the bridge without getting wet. So pretty great idea. And then like 2 blocks down from that road is Queens Road. So I think it's one of the main streets out here in this district. We're gonna make it over here to see what's going on. Look at the shot here of the highway, goes under the tunnel, and then JP Morgan and some of the modern futuristic buildings out here. But no matter what, even if it's raining, there's still a good amount of people out and about. So the city, no matter what, it seems to be always active out here. Here, everybody's going towards Queens Road, and then the combination of the modern buildings and shops and stores out here Here you got like a little fancy mall, landmark. But then let's see what happens here. Then a little bit of seems like a European architecture. But this seems to be the busy road. Wow, this is actually more busier than the area I'm staying. Look at the people back and forth. Holy shoot. See the crowds? Wow. Yeah, this is awesome, man. Let me stand in the skinita in the corner to get some shots of this. Holy shoot. But beautiful, the lights and everything. Wow. So a lot of neon lights. It's just cool to see everybody bringing the umbrella and walking around here, you know. But yeah, and then this road, holy, it goes all the way up the hill. So a good spot for you to do some cardio. But yeah, pretty amazing here, you know, this city. So far as escalating in one of my favorite places that I've been. You see, look at the crowds. Seems like everybody's going to work right over here. See, look at all the umbrellas. This is awesome. I think if I go over that way, I might find some restaurants. But let's see what's out here first, and then they got a plaza. So yeah, pretty cool. But let's walk here, and then if anything, I'm just gonna merge into some of the regular streets. But yeah, I noticed that rain, no matter what, people are out and about. And it looks cool to see everybody coming out with their umbrella. And the good thing is like a lot of mini malls around here, so yeah. I love the street so far. And this is like in the Hong Kong Island part of Hong Kong right here. Here looks cool. It says Old Town Central, and everybody going up there. I'm probably gonna go check what's over there, you know, side. So all the crowds trying to go over here. This is awesome. So it's literally like an escalator, I guess, for the hills. So this is cool. A lot of people are just using it. We're just going up, straight. Wow, what a cool concept they got here. Wow, so it's like you could literally see the city. Yo, this is cool, man. Seems like in these little alleyways, they got a lot of ton of restaurants. But then this thing keeps going all the way up. So I think it's an easy way for people to shortcut without having to do cardio up in the hills. We're just passing a sea of restaurants, wow. I'm just gonna get off here and walk around and see. Let me just show you what's in front of me. So look at this, they got all this line here of people trying to get into some of the restaurants, I guess. And then they got like a market over here, so this is cool. And down the street, I think they have like a lot of mini markets and people just walking back and forth. So this might be the spot for me to hang out and see what can I find. They got some markets over here. You got the hill that you could go down and everything. And then the thing that was going, it keeps going like all the way up there. So, but let's figure what can we do? What can we find for food out here? So I managed to eat something, and I gotta tell you, I already walked that street, but this street over here is mainly filled out with modern skyscrapers. I even saw a building that says Bank of America, so I guess they got a little headquarters here in Hong Kong. You see a lot of foreigners, you know, walking around here. They work out here, so. But yeah, and then over here is the park, but I mean, what is really ruining this trip is just the rain. If it wouldn't be raining, I would be exploring all over. I'm also filming for my second channel too, so if you want to check it out, be sure to check it out too. It's mostly raw walking videos with no talk, but yeah. But very cool plaza that we got going on over here. Let's see if the rain slows down a little bit so I can make it back to the other side. I got my umbrella with me, but due to it being a lot of buildings here, it kind of blows the umbrella upside down, so it's a little bit hard. But I just want to get some shots of some buildings that are kind of like twin towers, but they're very futuristic, and I've seen them like literally like in movies, so let's check it out. And behind me, we got some buildings, so a little bit of modern and old architecture right there. I don't know if you can see it. I was gonna point the camera in the other direction so you can see. And then here we got this tall skyscraper. I think it's the tallest building in Hong Kong, and one of the tallest buildings in the world. And see, old architecture. Then here is this two buildings ahead of me. I don't know, the architecture here, it just captures my attention. Then this is another icon of Hong Kong right here. Very tall building. So I forgot to do my outro for the video, but it was an amazing day walking around Hong Kong. Even though it was a little bit rainy outside, I made the best off of it, you know, and it was great exploring the oldest street in Hong Kong, Queen's Road. you know, with all the buildings and everything, and then checking some of the modern skyscrapers. But I got more videos out in Hong Kong, and then I'm gonna head towards Macau. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.